Alrighty. Hi guys. Welcome to 70 and Love the Yes podcast. Woo! 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 We're back. Um I was kind of sad. I recorded this episode a few days ago, but listening back to it, like it wasn't sitting right with me what I said. I didn't say anything bad, but I think that I could have given you guys a little bit more energy. I'm still not all there, like, you know, bubble wise, like my normal like energy that I give you guys because I'm pretty tired. I've been feeling really tired this week. But that other episode, I feel a lot more like awake today and like ready to record than I did the other day when I recorded. So anyway, I deleted it completely and I was like, we'll just start from scratch. I'll re-record and I'd rather give you guys a little more than a whole lot of what was I saying? Where was I going with this? Because I'm all for authenticity. You guys know that. I don't clip any of my episodes. I think I've only clipped like one or two ever, and it was like a short piece. But I don't clip them. I just record and get straight to the point and all off the point. But anyway, um yeah, so we're back, we're recording, and then I'm talking about the same thing that I mentioned in that other episode that you guys obviously won't see, but I have more of a game plan with it this time than the other day. My mind just wasn't in the right place recording because I was tired. I didn't really have the energy, like I said, and I was just kind of like, it was giving, why did you record the podcast today and post it? So I'd rather give you guys better quality than and give myself better quality things than just putting something out just to put it out for the commitment. So yeah, so we're back. And then for today's podcast, just to get into it, I don't know, you guys can't, well, you can see now, but I have my little bear teddy bear pen and then my little pink notebook. And I wrote down the three main things that I wanted to touch on for today's episode. I'm gonna hold my little teddy bear pen because it's cute, because it's gonna give like, you guys have to do this and this and this, right? So I like it. That's the vibes I'm going for today. Um, yeah. So I wrote down like the three main things I want to touch on because I think it's a topic that's really like big and it's really vast and there's so much that can go into it. But I want to talk about things that I have personally done and experienced within this, and not just things that I've heard or like seen on socials and stuff like that. So I want to make it a little more personal because that's just what I like to do. But because it's such a big thing, I think it's easy to just give out and spew words than say something from the heart, which is what my issue was with the last episode. So I mean, with the last episode, with the last recording. So anyway, I'm getting so off topic. I'm sorry. But yeah, let's get into it. So for today's episode, I want to talk about how to stay patient during a slow season. I literally only have. I know y'all are gonna might zoom in. I literally have like one, two, three, four, five. I only have five things on here, so y'all will see me look down five times because I don't have that much on there. Um, but how to stay patient during a slow season? We might ask ourselves, what does a slow season look like? For me personally, in my life, a slow season looks like me kind of maybe removing myself from the world a little bit. It looks like I think more on a personal level at least, feeling like things have died down a little bit, like things are a lot calmer, that there's not so much going on in my life, that it feels kind of stagnant almost, like there's no movement. I'm just like going with the flow. Um, but what that might look like for you guys is it could be you guys feeling like you're going with the flow, you guys feeling suddenly like you don't have a purpose, like you don't have which are things that also I have felt, but you feel like you don't have a purpose, or you feel like, okay, like what's next? You know that feeling when you start to feel like, okay, shit, like I did what I wanted to do, like what's next? Was that all I was supposed to do? You know, you feel a little bit like what's the word? Almost like desperate, like, or like what's my next big thing, what's like my next blessing, what's the next thing on my bucket list, what's the next thing on my checklist, you know? I know that because I have felt like that many a times throughout my life. And a lot of those times I have not understood that some of those seasons of my life are times for me to like calm down and breathe and settle into like the calm and the quiet, and to like reevaluate all of the stuff that has happened, that is happening, and that may come up in the near future. So um kind of going with that same little subject that I touched on, like I think a lot of those phases of my life that I've had, because I've had them many a times. I think I'm a person who like does one big thing, and then like I calm down and I breathe and I'm working on things in the background, and then boom, here's the next big thing. But obviously you guys don't see everything that I'm doing or everything that's going on in my life or things like that. Um because I really, I mean, unless you're like my close family, you're not looped into what's going on behind the scenes. But that's just gonna the kind of person I am. Like I'll kind of give you guys hints, or I'll put things out there for you guys, but I won't really put it out until I'm ready, until it's like something that like I committed to and I'm doing like right now. And so when I'm not feeling like I'm doing anything, so I'm even out of that like working in silence phase, I'm in a phase where I'm just sitting and I don't know what's next. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't really want to go out anywhere. I don't want to talk to anyone. When I'm in those phases of just quiet and silence and like sitting with myself, I think that I have like misunderstood it and forced myself to go out and like force myself to talk to people, force myself to post and be on social, force myself to like go and look for ways to make money, which is always a good thing. I'm always about people getting their coins. I support that. Okay, get your coins, but learn when to rest. And so that's what I'm trying to get at right now. That I didn't know how to rest. I didn't understand that those phases are like a blessing, kind of, because your God and your guides and your ancestors are giving you an opportunity to rest, to settle into like everything that you've done, so that you could, marinate in that little season of your life. So, one of the things that I want to get into is why your guides might call you to a slow season or to a calm season, right? So, I think God and your guides and your ancestors, they might call you into one of these seasons. One, because you've been working so hard, right? You've been working so hard. You've been putting in the work. You've slowly, or maybe even quickly, started seeing like your hard work and your intentions and your manifestations come into fruition. And so now they're giving you an opportunity to like chill out, to like relax, to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And even if you haven't fully accomplished everything that you have on like your to-do list or your bucket list, you're pretty damn close, right? You're pretty close. You're about to get to it. And now they're giving you a little bit of time to like enjoy the things that you have worked so hard for, which is something that has always been hard for me to understand, that I worked so hard to get to this point. Okay, now I'm here. What's next, right? I didn't enjoy the things that I worked so hard for, and I didn't enjoy like the little things that I asked my guides for and that I manifested and I put intention into doing. So I think that they'll do that to like let you enjoy your blessings, to let you like have fun, to let you relax, and to let you like show gratitude and show love for your hard work, for the things that they have brought into your life, and then for like even the new things that are coming, right? um I think another reason why they do that for you, I think that's my last bullet, so I'm gonna stop looking down really soon. I think another reason why God and your guides and your ancestors call you into these slow seasons is so that you can reevaluate your person. So not just your goals, not just material things, but also your person. Because another thing that I have learned during these slow seasons that has happened again in my own personal life is that I'm called to like sit, and whether that be at my house, whether it be in nature, whether it be with my family, whether it be like with my elders, just wherever that may take place, but it's a season for me to sit and like reevaluate who I am. Like I keep thinking of the realigning your chakras, like, you know. I'm so extra, realigning your chakras. So to make sure that you're fully aligned, to make sure that you get the big picture of everything that you've been doing, everything you've been working so hard for and towards, and see like, okay, all right, let's put like the puzzle pieces back together. Okay, with so much going on in life naturally, I think we also like jump between so many things. Let me close this because if I don't close it, I'm gonna look down and there's nothing else in my book for me to say. Today at least. So I think with so much going on in life, we like lose ourselves in everything that's going on, right? So you could have a goal to do something today, but then you have to work tomorrow. And then you have to see your family member later that day. And that's the day after you have to go to the bank to do something. And then later on that day you have dinner with your friends, right? So instead of sitting in that moment and seeing what's kind of going on in your life, you're thinking about what's happening next. You're not aligning yourself, you're always just looking into the future. I'm hoping that this is making sense to you guys because it makes sense in my brain and it's a lot better than what I was saying in the last recording that I'm not going to show you guys. But I'm really trying to put it into words that a slow season is something that you should be grateful for. It's something that you should take advantage of. It's something that you should give gratitude to God, to your gods, and to your ancestors for, because at the end of the day, a slow season, whether it's because you went through something traumatic or because you really, really worked hard and now you're deserving of that slow season, whatever the reason is, it's a time for you to like reevaluate, for you to realign yourself, for you to see what people and things around you should continue with you or should no longer be with you. I don't mean that like kick their ass out, like, but like start slowly making changes, start slowly setting the intention for like new people and new things and new opportunities and new goals to come into your life. Because once you start accomplishing your goals, once you start doing things that you want that help you and make you feel fulfilled and that like are part of your to-do list. So that little list that you have on your phone with bullet points that are things that you want to do. I want to go rock climbing. I want to drive a race car. That's something I want to do. Drive a race car. I want to snowboard. Like, I don't know, whatever you guys want to do. Once you start checking those things off, you're going to eventually start feeling like, oh my God, I'm running out of ideas. I'm running out of things to do. But no, you're never running out of things to do. You're never running out of ideas. There's always something new. And that's those new ideas and those new goals are things that you come up with in these seasons of calm, in these seasons of quiet, in these seasons of peace, in these seasons of maybe having to like remove yourself from the world, right? So I know I've mentioned in other episodes, and I've like said that my nature is always to like remove myself from the world. And I've always said it in a way that's kind of like I remove myself when I'm hurt. I remove myself when I'm angry, when I'm upset, when I've been disappointed, when I've been picked at, when I feel like I've been made fun of, like those kinds of things. I've always used me removing myself from the world as an excuse to like cope with all of those things in the past, and unfortunately I still do because I am human, but I'm doing a lot better at like not doing it so often, right? But I know that I've used that as like a coping mechanism for all of those things, but now I see it in a much different light. So sometimes these seasons aren't because you're going through something difficult. Sometimes these slow seasons are because there's something good and something positive that went on in your life or that's happening in your life that deserves a chance to like be praised, to be shown gratitude, to like be given recognition for having been in your life. And then oh, I don't know, I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say. Like the last thing that I wanted to say, it just like whew, it just like left my brain. OMG, what was I gonna say? I don't know. But I'm looking at the timer and we're about to hit 15 minutes. I hope that this was a good episode, guys. If that last part comes to me, I'll try to squeeze it in before I end the video. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Me and this little teddy bear were locked in. Maybe this teddy bear is like my way of like not being so nervous because this is a topic that I really wanted to talk about. But because again, it's such a big topic. um I didn't know how to go about fitting so many words and so many ideas and so many opinions and so much advice and personal experience into like a 20-minute video, maybe, or like, well, we're past 15, so maybe like a 20-minute video. I don't know how to squeeze everything in, so I was a little bit nervous, and that's the issue I had with the other recording. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like continue to like show gratitude to God and to your guides and to your ancestors for all of these things that they bring into your life, for the opportunities that they give you of advancement, of growth, of becoming a new person, of like seeing the beauty in your life and then the blessings in your life, and whether that be material, physical, emotional, spiritual, and blessings, and even the people and the things around you that they bring into your life. I hope that you guys always show gratitude for those things, and even for the things that leave your life, show gratitude for having had them at one point, right? And for the lessons that came with them. And yeah, guys, enjoy your slow seasons. I think I have been in a slow season for like the past year. It might not seem like a slow season to you guys because I'm posting on the podcast, because I'm posting on socials, but to me, it feels like a slow season. Um, because I have other seasons where I'm like on fire, like I'm running, I'm busy. But this one feels like a slow season, and I think during this slow season of my life, this past like year and a half almost, I feel like this slow season, I really, really, really got the chance to like journal, to talk to my guides, to realign myself. And that's why I say all of my episodes, they come from personal experience. And I don't want it to come off like I'm projecting onto you guys, because the point of my podcast is for me to like give you guys real life example. And I don't know how much realer it can get than me giving you guys like examples of things that have really happened in my life and that are really going on in my life without saying too much, because again, I value my privacy. So I think in this season I really got the chance to like journal, to sit down, to talk to all of my guides, to like cry, to laugh, to paint, to draw, to like redo things that I like getting back into my creative endeavors, starting a podcast, like all of these things that I dreamt of doing, that I wanted to do, that I was motivated and influenced and instructed to do by my guides, but that I was too afraid or I was too distracted to do. I think in these slow seasons, that's where you find like yourself again. If you lost yourself, that's where you find yourself again. And if you're not lost, that's where you plan for a better future. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Comment down below if you feel like you might be in a slow season, or if you're getting out of a slow season, and maybe like how you dealt with that. I want to see kind of what you guys say, because there's so much that I want to say on this topic, but it's so much that like my brain is almost scrambled. I would have to like write it and like jot it and read it sentence per sentence, because it's like a lot. Like I don't know if y'all can tell, it's so much that I want to say, but I don't want the video to get too long. So maybe I'll do a part two. Alrighty guys, so hope you guys have a great month of March. This episode's going up tomorrow, so tomorrow will be March 1st. I hope you guys have a great month of March. I hope you guys enjoy this nice weather that we're having again, thankfully. I don't like the cold. I don't care for the cold, so I'm glad that the spring is here. I hope that you guys have an abundant month, a prosperous month. Pray for so much health and so much wealth and so much prosperity, so much abundance, and then lots of love and joy and happiness in these next few months of spring. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. I think that's it. Toodaloo!